So we have Matthea Little, who is the co-chair. Are you co-chairing it with somebody else? Or okay, Tony Carter, perfect. Of our health work group. We have Ontay Johnson, who is a National Urban Fellow that's been working with forums across multiple cities. And then we have Marty Adams, who is the chair of the community building group. So Matthea, we'll start with you. What's your experience been in the forum, and what excites you about the health work that you've been doing?
Well, firstly, what excites me about when I heard African American Leadership Forum, it was like, yeah, here we go again.
Yeah.
You know, I am 60 years old. I made it. I'll be 61. But you know, when you've been working in the community, it's like you do the same thing over and over and over. You know, and so I wasn't real excited when I heard that. I went to a meeting though, besides the good food. I mean, the first one that I went to was really, really good food. Really good food. And you can tell I like to eat, but anyway, the other thing was the attitude was positive. Traditionally, folks get so negative, especially when you're working on social change. You get so tired of the fight that a lot of times you'll come to the meeting and all you do is, excuse my language, piss and moan, but that's about it. Whereas what was exciting about this was people were positive. Paul Williams was actually there, and at the first meeting that I went to, and they were saying, this is what we want to do. We want to do it, but we want to do it in a positive way, and we want to see some action. It's like, God bless. I mean, I love to talk. You can tell. Anybody that knows me knows I love to talk. But I really want to see action. And so on the Health and Wellness Committee, which is I'm a part of, we're actually doing stuff. And my little personal job on health and wellness right now is how can we get folks that are not traditionally a part of movements to participate. I'm actually personally looking into the social networking, and so you might see me on Facebook, and besides playing Farmview, I am trying to do some work, but that's kind of what got me interested, and I'm personally interested in mental wellness and then holistic wellness. So when I say holistic, I mean financial, educational, as well as the whole wellness picture. So this group.
That's great. Marty, do you want to talk a little bit about your work with community building?
Sure. First, I have to give a little credit to my good friend Gary Cunningham. I've come to learn that when Gary calls me up and says, Marty, I got something I'm working on, I'd really like you to be a part of it, I should expect that 4 or 5 years down the line, I'm still going to be working on it. It's probably going to still require a lot of my time, and this is twice in a row, so I guess I learned quickly. I've enjoyed the community building committee because we've had kind of an ongoing debate throughout the life of the history of the group. Similar to what Matthea said, are we focusing on policy at kind of a high level, or are we focusing on more concrete things on the ground of what actually needs to get done? And I've described chairing this committee as kind of standing in front of 12 racehorses, thinking that you're in control, and you're not quite. Once the horses get going, they're just rolling, and you just happen to hold on to the reins for a little while. And community building, community economic development are really big topics, and it takes a while to really kind of get your arms around what's our cut on this and what makes sense. And we've got a number of big issues that are pertinent to the community right now. Some of you may be aware of the large-scale transit planning that's going on throughout the metro area, and we've got some folks on the committee that are right literally in the middle of it, working in St. Paul along the central corridor, and from kind of the higher level view to the on the ground view, that's a big issue in terms of what really results from doing this kind of work. We've got people who have been here for a long time. They remember when the trench got dug to put in a expressway, and there was a lot that was lost after that happened in terms of community. And there are those who are working right now on trying to look at a better way of doing that, and looking at, we certainly need a transit system that helps us to move around, helps us to decrease the level of congestion and automobile traffic, and see that as a broad community improvement. But is there a way to do that that doesn't necessarily lead to gentrification? When you put in an investment like a transit system, things change. And what we would like to see is for those who withstand the investment to benefit from it, and not have land values change in such a way that in 20 years from now we see a second coming of the moving of a community, and people are different than who were there when this whole thing started.
Yep.
So that's one issue of several. We're looking at the issue of access to capital as one strategy to kind of get a little closer to the ground on this. One of the issues right now in terms of looking at corridor development is who gets the opportunity to stay when you're still at sort of a early stage in moving some of this kind of investment forward, and how do you tie up land to be able to keep an anchor of some of the stuff that's there, as opposed to seeing things escalate quickly to the point where there's large-scale development that some of the people who are in the neighborhood right now may not have a chance to participate in. So that's a big issue. Workforce development is a big issue. How do we look at job opportunities, and how do we look at making sure that those who are younger than us as African Americans have the same opportunities that we have had to be able to get trained, get through school, look at employment opportunities in a variety of different areas, and in a sense, make sure that we have an opportunity to show up.
Ontay, can you,
I'm sorry.
no.
Just two more.
Go ahead.
African American business development is another topic that we really haven't explored as deeply as we would like, but it's on our agenda. And the whole aspect of sustainable development and doing these transportation systems on a broader policy basis rather than an on-the-ground basis. Those are the issues that we're working on.
Ontay, can you tell us a little bit about what's happening in the other cities where the African American Leadership Forum exists?
So we have, as Trista indicated earlier, that we have launched the forum in 3 other cities: Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon, as well as Des Moines, Iowa. And these communities are at different phases and stages of this process. In fact, Seattle, we were there in December, and they had their inaugural forum, and it was a huge success. Professor Powell, as Trista spoke of earlier, spoke, and the community was there, state representatives, across the board, grassroots individuals, community service providers were in the house, and it was just a great opportunity for collective action. Des Moines, they have their forum in 2 weeks. As a matter of fact, I will be there on the 9th, next weekend, I think, the 19th, for their public forum as well. And what's unique about the Des Moines Iowa group is that they took a collective approach in that community service, African American community service providers came together, and they're leading this effort as a collective to get at those issues that we are concerned about in our community. Portland, Oregon, doing a tremendous work as well. They had what they call the State of Black Oregon, and they dealt with key issues again that affects our community, but not only our community, but just that population as a whole. And so great things are happening. Again, Twin Cities is the flagship, but these other communities are looking at or have begun this sort of framework that the Twin Cities launched, and great things are happening, and we look for great things to continue to happen in those communities as they're led by emergent as well as seasoned leaders.